I've been playing around with YouTube as a creator on and off probably for the last decade. In fact, two of the channels that I was originally involved with when I got on this platform are still there. They're just not doing much. They haven't changed much since the last time I checked them a few years ago. But the last 3 years or so, I've been saying to myself and my wife sometimes, I need to do this. I need to create a channel and I need to take it seriously. Well, this year I finally did. So I'm a month into the journey now, and I thought it would be interesting to do a little video to talk about some of the things I've learned and a little bit about how it's going. And at the risk of sounding selfish, this is as much for me as it is for any of you and what you might get out of it. I just really wanted to make sure that when I did this, I had some kind of record of how things have gone and what I'd learned along the way. And no, I'm not really looking to be one of those creators who turns their YouTube channel into an advice column on how to win at YouTube. All I'm really trying to do is just share a few things that I thought were interesting as part of my learning experience and document some of this process along the way. So, 1 month into my journey, here are the 5 things that I've learned so far about being a YouTube creator. Okay, number 1, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Now, I've watched and read so much information on how to get started and what YouTube is all about that I've just lost track of it all. And I understand that in a few years, if I'm really consistent and really lucky, maybe I'll make a little dough. Is that what I get into this for in the first place? Not really, but I'd be lying to say that I wasn't looking to make some money or try to monetize at some point. All that said, one thing you will learn about me if you do subscribe to my channel is that I've built multiple businesses and I know the challenges and the struggles of having to build something from scratch. It takes a long time. It's not something that happens overnight. I get it. Okay, so why YouTube? Well, I'm a content creator. I've been doing it for more than 20 years. Short form content, long form content, TV commercials, explainer videos, music videos, reality TV show pilots, you name it. I've also done some screenwriting. When you combine that storytelling ability with the fact that I also love to do information and knowledge sharing, those two things kind of go very well together on YouTube. But the other thing is, having built businesses, I'm a patient guy. I mean, if this turns into something that can create some supplemental income for me in a few years, great. If not, I'll enjoy the process and the journey. For me, it's usually more about the journey than the destination anyway, so I'm looking forward to this. Okay, so number 2, equipment really does not matter. And this was a tough one for me to get over because my early experience with YouTube was about long shoots involving expensive DSLR setups and hot lights and lots of editing. Now, up until a few years ago, that's really the only way that you could do this, right? I mean, the revolution in small form camera technology has been progressing quite well, but up until a few years ago, you still had to rely on bigger, more expensive cameras, and I really just didn't want to make the investment to buy new stuff to get a YouTube channel off the ground. Now, because of the advancements in smartphone camera technology, I'm shooting everything basically on an iPhone 14 with a Rode shotgun mic and the Blackmagic Cinema app. Very simple setup. It's easy for me to get the kind of look that I want. I don't have to work too hard to set the camera up. I kind of just set it up and go, and the editing is super simple. So once I had that epiphany that my smartphone and my life experiences were all I really needed to get started, I was off to the races. So if the equipment question is the one big thing getting in your way, don't let it. You can start with your smartphone and a $70 Rode shotgun microphone and a free camera app. So you just need to get that first video up and get it out with what you have and start worrying more and focusing more on the structure and the quality of your content. I've seen this so many times in so many other creative disciplines. You need to start working and start making your art or your videos or whatever using what you have and focusing on being true to yourself and being true to your content. The rest will follow. Number 3, don't worry about finding a niche. That, I think, was one of the things that was holding me back quite a bit. In fact, when I looked at a lot of the successful YouTube channels or the ones that I really like to watch, it seemed like most of those creators had it dialed in from the start. And it turns out most of them didn't. Once I freed myself from that thought, it was actually pretty liberating because I heard a lot of people talking about the way they started, and it was not about having a focus out of the gate. The other thing is that I'm not terribly concerned about monetizing this right away. I'm willing to take my time because I want this to be fun and enjoyable. I've read all the horror stories about YouTubers who end up becoming sort of chained to the grind of creating and cranking out videos and trying to serve their audience and trying to serve the algorithm and all those things. And I'm sure that will be a component of what I go through as well. I'm not going to be immune to it, I'm sure. But as much as possible and to the extent possible, what I want is I want an experience that's going to be fun, where I can be true to myself first and not have to compromise my principles or my integrity for the sake of monetization or for the sake of serving some algorithm that's going to deliver more views to my channel. Number 4, I love shorts, haven't figured them out yet. Now, the way that I've been using them is I'll take my longer form video and take a key moment from that longer form video and make a 20 to 30 second short about that key moment and use that short to drive traffic to the longer form video. It could be working, but I'm not really sure. It seems like maybe it is. The one deflating thing that I've noticed about shorts is how they can start off so strong so quickly and fizzle. Now, I've watched a number of videos trying to figure out, what might be going on here. And the only conclusion I've been able to draw is that there's a lot of people who are just as perplexed by this behavior as I am. Now, I'm sure that it has so much more to do about the fact that I'm a new content creator than anything that's weird with the algorithm. So that's what I'm going on for now. And I'm going to keep creating them because they're fun and I think they're helping. Number 5, I'm so glad I finally got started. Now, whether or not this channel will turn into something that will be monetizable down the road is so far down the road, I'm not even trying to think about it right now. All I'm trying to do is make better videos, learn from what the analytics are telling me, refine my structure, and try to build an audience, whatever that means for the content that I'm doing. But that's all I'm focused on right now, and just kind of having a good time because I really enjoy the process of creating content, especially in video form. Would I like to make money? Of course I would. Everybody wants to monetize their channel on YouTube. We'd be lying if we said that we didn't. The thing that I'm hoping is that my love of content creation, my love of creating videos, my love of knowledge sharing, passing on those lessons from the life experience that I have, and that satisfaction that you get when somebody finds some value in what you have to offer, I'm hoping those things will keep me motivated until that first check arrives. I honestly think that the most satisfying thing thus far is just the fact that I actually went out and did it. I mean, after thinking about it and talking about it and overthinking it for so long, I'm finally in the game. I'm finally producing consistent content. I finally got a channel. I'm finally getting views. I mean, all those things are starting to happen. Now, am I outperforming the first 30-day average for some YouTube creators or whatever? Probably not. I don't think I'm doing that great or setting the woods on fire at all. I'm having a hell of a time. I'm having a lot of fun. And if this thing gets to the point where I can make $1 or $2 from it, great. But if I just have the opportunity to get some satisfaction out of creating content, sharing that knowledge with everybody, I think I'll be better off for the experience no matter what happens. And I think anybody that's sitting out there that's wondering whether or not you should do it, let the excuses go. Just get out there, get your smartphone, and start creating content. I can't say that you're going to be successful. I have no idea if I'm going to be successful. But I can tell you this, that it's much better to do something about it and get out there and get producing content than to just keep thinking about it. Happy creating. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you found something useful. And I hope to see you on another Take 5 with Tom.